Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for checking out the video. Want to do something a little bit different today because Jen and I just got back from Mexico. We were invited to Cancun by our friends Mike and Sheridan. There they are. And I wanted to talk about vacationing because, I mean, after 2020, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking to themselves, I could use a vacation. So if you're thinking about going on a trip this year, I want to tell you about our experience, what we spent, how the whole process went, maybe what you should know if you're going to travel this year. And do me two favors before we get started. Number one, if you're going on a vacation this year, drop me a comment below. Let me know where you're going. I'm really curious where everyone's going to be headed to this year. Also, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and that little icon next to the subscribe button. That's a bell that's going to let you know when I put up new videos. Doing this goes a long way towards helping me grow the channel. So do me a favor, I'll return that favor by bringing you more videos. So let's talk about the ROYALTON Riviera Cancun Resort. We'll talk about what we spent and what you should know before traveling this year. Let's get into it.
Travel time altogether took about 6 hours, Pittsburgh to Cancun, and I'll tell you, I cannot believe how much I missed flying. Now, the first thing you notice when you walk into the ROYALTON Riviera Cancun is the stunning entryway. The whole resort has this amazing contemporary design. The lobby is completely open air. Look at how beautiful this is. There's birds flying around, music playing, several bars. We tried them all. Lobby to this place is unbelievably beautiful. Right behind here, that's where you walk in. And then after you've walked in, this is what you see. There's the first thing you see looking out towards the ocean, one of the facility's 4 major pools, arguably I think the most beautiful. It's also where everyone gets together at night for larger stage shows. We'll get to that later. Wandering around the resort, I found there's plenty of places to shop. There's a full stock gym for you to maintain your gains. Nice form, Jen. And there's somewhere for just about everywhere. There's a family section where mom and dad can lounge out under a covered cabana, and the kids can hang out in some pretty cool swimming areas. But since I'm too old for such swimming areas, we opted in for the Hideaway, which is the adults-only section of the ROYALTON Resort. This is the pool where we spent most of our time at the resort. There were sports, volleyball, games, and hey, of course, a swim-up bar with awesome bartenders who remembered your name and remembered what you drank, and a nearby authentic taco stand.
It was really easy to spend the whole day in this pool and just get lost. As our friend Sheridan pointed out, there's no clocks at this resort. You never know what time it is and you don't care. You just hang out in the pool. There's music playing, there's hot sun, cool drinks, and good company from all across America. We met people from Alaska, from Nebraska, from Ohio, and from Erie, PA.
Probably something like 90, 92 degrees out. The water is 85 degrees. That's what it said online yesterday.
I'll tell you about that water. All I can really say is, wow, it was bathtub warm. A little bit of seaweed, a little bit of algae, but not enough to be a deal breaker. And the water was translucent green. Now, I come from the East Coast of America, so I'm used to those kind of murky brown waters. And unfortunately, I didn't get any videos in the ocean or near the ocean because I have a bad track history of iPhones and water.
What I really love about the ROYALTON Riviera here in Cancun is that everywhere you look is beautiful. You don't feel like you're ever looking behind the scenes. Everything is picturesque. I really can't overemphasize how beautiful this place was, from the perfectly kept grounds to the pools to the occasionally lounging iguana. Definitely no shortage of things to eat or drink. Ah, yes, the food. We'd start the day at this coffee shop, which had the best cold brew I've ever had, and maybe an occasional pastry. Then after some time at the pool, it was off to the buffet for your standard choice of American buffet items, but even better, Mexican foods like tostada, chimichangas, tacos, this big bowl of huevos a la Mexicana.
And at night, it was off to one of the 8 restaurants included with your stay. That's right, included. I didn't have to spend really any extra money on drink and food. It was all included in the cost of the resort.
There's a Japanese restaurant, Caribbean, and of course Mexican. And hey, how about some gelato at night? The staff is wonderful, the facilities are wonderful. We're not finding any shortage of things to do. After a few days in the pool with our new friend Tequila, we decided to go off campus on my new favorite way to travel, a guided small group experience. Hey, look, another iguana.
This was easily one of the top highlights of the trip for me. First thing we did was snorkel in a bay with sea turtles, manta rays, coral reef. It felt like I was in a Discovery Channel documentary. I was so close to the reef. There were little fish swimming by my face. I've never snorkeled before, and it was a really wonderful experience. Unfortunately, because of the aforementioned issue with iPhones and water, I didn't get any film of this. But I was able to film the second part of our excursion, which was swimming in the cenote.
A cenote is a natural pit resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock. Basically, it's a big underground sinkhole that's full of crystal clear water, and Mexico is full of them. The water is crisp and cold. Mind your head, by the way, if you happen to be a 6'2" lug. These stones hurt, and they do leave a mark.
And although the excursion was a 4-hour round trip, the natural beauty of everything we did made it completely worth all that time in the car.
Hey, we haven't talked about the rooms yet, so let's take a quick look. First, you use this handy wrist card, which stays with you your whole time to get in, and there you'll find another example of this resort's contemporary design. It has this very comfortable king-size bed. Not a terribly great view. I would suggest if you're going to be traveling down there, investing in maybe facing the pool or the ocean. As far as I'm concerned, though, still not a bad view. And a highlight of any good hotel, check out this shower. I mean, seriously, how cool is it staying at a hotel that springs the extra penny for the double-headed rain shower? Now in the evening, everyone would head to the main pool for a stunning show. There would be music, there would be fire dancers. Even when there were lip syncers, it was never too hokey to be really enjoyable and a lot of fun. I gotta give it to them. It was a great time every night.
Altogether, our stay at the Royalton Riviera Cancun Hideaway was worth it. The staff was unbelievable. Big shout out to the staff there. You guys you're the best. Now I want to talk about if you're traveling this year, I would highly suggest you use a travel agent. Full disclosure, I do work at a travel agency for my day job, but even still, pragmatically speaking, it's a really good idea. Think about it this way. Sometimes things happen like pandemics. You never know what's going to happen. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. And for all the people who had travel agents in 2020 that needed to rebook or just flat out cancel their trips, they picked up the phone, they said to the travel agent, I need you to do something about it. And the travel agent did. That was their job. They're to be there to help them. Everybody who didn't have travel agents, a lot of them spent a lot of time on the phone with 1-800 numbers, a lot of frustrating hours trying to figure out what was going to happen next and if they were going to get their money back at all. And working with a travel agent does not cost that much extra. I priced out our trip with the agent versus the trip on cheapcaribbean.com, which seems to be one of the more popular vacation websites. We spent $100 more. That's it. And as far as I'm concerned, that's nothing for all the benefits that come along with working with a travel agent and working with the travel agency. And hey, since we're talking about the cost, let's just get into it. What did we spend on our vacation? 5 nights at the adults only section, airfare, transportation, and travel insurance. I'm big on travel insurance. Our trip booked at about $2,200. And then on top of that, the excursion was another $170. And we took a couple hundred extra to tip the servers and the drivers, bringing the grand total of our trip to something between $2,500 and $2,600. Of course, your costs will vary depending on where you're flying from, whether or not you want to tip less or more. Realistically, I bet you could pull this trip off for $2,000 if you really wanted to. And hey, that's a great price on this vacation. It was truly an experience. We couldn't get anything like it on the East Coast of America, so it was worth it, and we would do it again. We're probably going to be doing it again next year, maybe with family. So hey, again, drop me a comment below if you're going to be traveling this year, curious where you're going, and if you have any questions about our stay at the Royalton Riviera, I will happily answer you. Just drop your comment below. I'll get back to it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Safe travels. As always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.